We back.
We back.
You alright?
Yeah.
We keep having technical difficulties and
I think that's a sign of growth.
okay. That's how you see it.
Yeah, because I gotta tell you all the time, bro, I know we doing it right. Because every day I want to film, my wife needs something. And shout out to you, wife. Shout out to you. But every time, like, it never fails. You know what I'm saying? Like, now all of a sudden, the kids ain't eat. Now all of a sudden, you know, you gotta stay at school today.
Man want to act up in the back all of a sudden.
Man want to run out here and go crazy. Now you gotta whoop them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know you sleep too. That's the good old country.
that's the good old whooping.
Yeah.
That's discipline.
Very
at its
swift,
finest.
very brief.
You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, that discipline is gonna keep him alive.
I already know.
You know what I'm saying?
I already know.
He ain't gonna be able to, cause I think back to when I was a kid. Like, I used to be kind of like a little wild kid, a little fighting a lot in the neighborhood, very much like troublesome. You know, I remember this one time we broke my school's window. Like, it was random. Like, on the weekend, we decided to go up to the school and just play at the playground at the school. And we throwing rocks. Started with a little pebble.
Something
You know
always
what I'm
start.
saying? Went to a bigger pebble. Ding. And then me trying to outdo my big brother, I go for a big rock. Boom. And I'm like, boom. I don't even know why I wanted to crash out like that. But it had nothing to do with breaking it. I didn't even think of that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize in that moment that was vandalism. You know what I'm saying? And then later on that evening, we got home and we tried to play it off and act like it didn't happen. And I remember somebody was like, I don't know, if one of my sisters or something was like, just tell her what happened. Because my brother was supposed to be watching us at the time. So they like, just tell her what happened. And then we like, nah, don't say nothing, shut up. But just be quiet, nobody know what's going on. And then he also, tell me what?
Oh my God.
So now Brad knows what's going on. And he did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? He told our parents. You know what I'm saying? And now that I think about it, you should have known you was going to be police. Right then and there. You know what I'm saying? He went on to be an illustrious police officer. Had
That's
a great
awesome.
career.
That's awesome.
He's a great man.
That's awesome.
But he been like this since we was kids,
Yeah,
bro.
you knew it.
But I say that to say, like, having those whoopings and those scoldings in the back of my mind kept me out of a lot of bad decisions. And even to take it a step further, like, being introduced to God so young, I think also preserved my life, you know, because like maybe 85% of my childhood, and I said you this before, was living anticipating the rapture. And and because of that, I did not go to the go-go young. I did not stay outside after the street lights. I didn't have unprotected sex early. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that were fear-based, but they preserved my life and kept me alive, I believe.
That's real.
So, you know, to bring it off a circle, the discipline that we show our kids is keeping them alive.
I guarantee it.
What you got? What you think?
What we instill in our children, that's just to counter, like, that, not to counter that, to join in on that. That's the most important thing. It's like we said in like a couple pods, like, what are you gonna do, like, when your kids are not with you? That feeling, like, oh my God, when they get older, it's like, damn, it's like, hopefully the guidance and the toolage that I gave them, they can, you know what I'm saying, they can navigate through this world on their own. But it's like that self-navigation that we giving them is what keeps them alive.
Yeah.
Like you said, that God body keeps you alive.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Josh. It's crazy. All the old heads say, when I used to fall off the bike back in the day, I ain't have no helmet, and I'm still alive. It's like, I mean, that's true. But it's like that same thing from that time as that time is still the same. It's still been that guidance from God one. But it's been, really, I feel like what keeps us alive is the community. So the times that our parents weren't around, times that we wanted to have some fun, times that you kind of wanted to cry. You had people around you, a second mother, a second dad, an uncle, an older brother that wasn't your brother, that you could really talk to, like, bro, this is going on in the house. And it's like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't right. Like, you know, how I feel about it. Or, you know, school's like, damn, it's like an older dude's like, man, school, man, you worried about that, man. You need to lock in. If you want to do this, you worried about this too much, you ain't worried about this. If you don't do this, you can't do it. If he didn't tell me while I'm at the court all day long, then it's like, damn, you get to realize, like, okay, academics do really matter. It matters, like, the community brings you back home. You always see the famous rapper or the famous football player come back home, and it's like, man, Charles.
I think, just to second that, the community keep me alive in a sense of, like, we didn't know what depression was in our childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of us may have exhibited some of those characteristics and those traits of depression, anxiety, whatever. But in the sense of being emotionally alive, the homies knocking on my door at 10, 11 o'clock to come outside and go hoop, ride the bikes, whatever, those things kept me emotionally alive. And I can remember being the friend too. It's like some of my brothers early had traumatic home experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So them being able to come to my house, eat, be peaceful, be quiet, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower even sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those things kept them from crashing out or like suicide or just being emotionally dead inside.
Seriously.
So I think the community definitely, you know what I'm saying, has a huge part in, you know, life continuing. But to take it a step further, I want to say, like, I want to ask, like, how much of being alive literally is in our control? Like, do you think that,
I think it's more, it's funny thing, it's a double-edged sword. I think it's more than what we think, and it's less than what we know. So it's like, it starts in our mind, right? So like you said, I could sit still and nothing could occur. Until I get up with the decision, action, open the door, start the car, and, you know, navigate through that. Then it starts to get a little tricky.
Because
I say what I'm saying? Like, then it gets a little tricky.
The nigga who dies surfing, is it his fault he died surfing, or was his life never in his control? Like,
I hate this topic, bro.
And if he would have never surfed,
I hate this topic.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think certain things are inevitable. Like, as Sudan, as y'all said, I think certain things are destiny and inevitable, and nobody can stop it. Unfortunately. And it's fortunately or unfortunately, because it's like that brother died doing his most favorite thing on planet Earth. The time, not up to us. The action, that was up to Barbara. He did his favorite thing in the world. Unfortunately, God wanted him to do something different.
All right, so when you in the tray and you telling me, like, boom, X amount of crimes that went on today, niggas done died, it was just beef, da-da-da-da, and you decide not to go outside in that moment because of self-preservation, you think that was divine? Like, God knew you wasn't going to go outside? Or God gave you a choice in that moment?
Unfortunately. So I feel like, you know, everyone has the battle, and there's a big conversation for years called free will. So it's like, like, it was up to me to go outside or not. But it was my vision that what has been stowed upon me from what's been going on, that it's not time to go outside. And that's why I say certain things, like my mom said, you're gonna set the example or be the example. And those dudes that got clipped, unfortunately, were the example to be set. And it's because, it's like, not saying what the reason is, but I'm saying certain times we should know our place and know our time. It's not time to be outside. It's not time to be seen. No, it's not time to have the jewelry out. No, it's not time to have the Hellcat out. No, it's not time to, no, you know what I'm saying? Buddy said something to your lady. No, it's not time right now to pop off, put the gun on them and all that. It's not time right now. And
so
sometimes.
So is free will control or privilege?
I feel like it's a privilege. We take advantage of that bad boy. That's a privilege. Oh yeah, that's a privilege. It's a privilege. Yeah, 100%.
That's interesting. Because like I said, my mind instantly goes to like the all those moments of like, dang, I should have listened to my mother. I should have never went over there. You know what I mean? And it's like, on the contrary to that, like, one of the worst decisions I don't regret, but I would do it differently. Becoming a father, you know what I'm saying? Young and wild and free. with the wrong women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Specifically, my first daughter's mom, I would not have done it in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back.
Yeah.
But then also looking forward, I don't think I get to where I'm going without her.
That was meant to
You know what I'm
happen so
saying?
you can teach your daughters how to properly have a conversation with a man and properly know somebody before you settle down or have intimacy in any form or fashion. That was meant to happen so you can save your whole lineage. That's how deep it is. That's how deep I think it is. That's how deep I handle it. Because how I teach my oldest daughter, how she's gonna properly see the playing field of what's going on, she's not going out here blind.
So you saying that decision I'm not being punished for that decision. I've been extended more privileges.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're human.
For my family.
1,000%. Because if you would have played crazy about that situation and stayed with her knowing it wasn't right, you would have stayed with her that wasn't right, that's when it got tricky. You would have tried to fit a circle in a square, like I always say, and then it would have got tricky. Yeah. Then you would have hung around and been unloyal and cheated and been faithful and picked up a habit of drinking, and it would have been some type of abuse verbally or physically, and that ain't right. Now that stunts it. Now that takes it back a notch. That's why sometimes we have free will, but you got to have some discernment and grace within that. You can't come out here willy-nilly.
Yeah.
You're saying, of course, there's gun laws, but obviously there's people can have gun charges. You see what I'm saying? There still can be, you eating good, and there can be gluttony. You can be overeating, overindulging. So it's free will it's amazing. But that's the point. The point is you can go to the liquor store and that Popeyes is 24 hours. It's amazing. That does not mean Monday through Sunday you putting that in your child. It does not mean, you know what I'm saying, nothing wrong with drinking, there's nothing wrong with partying. But Monday through Sunday, that's been your lifestyle. And you indulging yourself in the fast life, and that's not the real course. That's when I feel like you're teetering upon free will and being a glutton, a time whore.
Okay. I don't know. I think I have to agree with you. I've learned a new perspective today, because I don't feel like in my core, I don't feel like none of my decisions are my own. They were all
they all were your own.
You know
I believe. You knew what you did. That's the scary part. Like once you know, that's why I tell my kids. Once you know, you didn't certain things you didn't know. Like you didn't know the stove was hot the first time.
I believe that God is in control of the universe.
Yeah.
And then kings and queens are in control of realms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in this realm we live in, there are certain, to your point, laws and bylaws that are put in place to limit and or endorse certain behavior.
See, that's another for the pot. See, I believe God took a piece of himself and put it in all of us. So we're all are gods. We're not the God, but we're all gods. So it's like within that intention,
I can change my realm. Okay. Listen, I'm with you when you're right. That's a beautiful point. Yeah. And I'm not saying that to say like I live just all willy-nilly go with whatever, no. But I know you're not saying that. Yeah. I sometimes feel like I'm in a simulated experience and don't know if I'm keeping me alive or if it's God keeping me alive. Like
I think we're a team. He is Geppetto and I am.
That's not a good example.
Nah, you're right, but I'm saying that's hard. But you know what I'm saying, though. What I mean by that, screw that analogy. What I mean, like he is guiding me, right? But within my knowledge and my being, he's like, oh yeah, Sue, step left. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I do see that. You're right. And I step right. He's like, ooh, you seen that too, huh? Okay, you icy. That's how I envision it. When I think I'm smooth like that, I think like God. I'm like, you seen that? He like, yeah, I seen that. I'm the one that put you in that mode. I'm like, yeah, you right. That's how I envision my God. He icy, gold teeth and everything. He fly. That's how I envision mine.
Gold teeth.
You think I'm playing? For gold teeth, the earrings and all, like fully flooded, everything. Like he's stunning. Like yeah.
But then, to your point, I do believe that God is in all of us and can take the different form. I don't like the whole ideology of this infinite pronoun that we give God, like he.
I totally agree to that.
God is
I
God.
agree to that.
You know what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
to that.
And
1,000% I agree to that.
God can show up as your mother, as your father,
For
as your
sure.
brother, as your sister.
For sure.
And then not take away God's power.
That's how lit he is. That's what I'm saying. That's how lit, bro.
yeah.
That's how icy he is. That's what I'm saying. He got doing that. You got to be cool. You can't be no stuck. Like people say, oh, he's scary. He's for sure because you went against the grain. But for us, he icy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going against the grain. He fly to me. You know what I'm saying? I know he told me step left. I'm stepping left. I heard you. Truck went by.
Yeah.
Got me one. You ain't gonna get me. That's how I think about it. All the times I was dodging that stuff, and I got a picture of it. I was at a party, and I said I left before the bullets. For literally, I said this in the picture. I left for the shootout. People comment like, "Damn, where you going next party?" But that was my vision. I'm like, oh, atmosphere. Oh, skirt. I'm out. You ain't gonna catch me.
Ooh. Respect.
Yeah. Is that cue to music?
Got to.